could see the know the night about knowing what to say. Woo. Instead of making love, we both made a several weeks, and now he found somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tale from up inside and to see you cuts me like a knife, I guess every road has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy.
Pause that shit. Pause that. Woo. All right. It's a little chilly out tonight, huh? Or today. Woo. So I figured since I'm in the garage right now and I'm trying to do some things in the garage. We got this cabinet here from IKEA last week, and Christina wanted a cabinet for her desk, you know, making more room. But the only thing is that it wasn't the right color, so we had to come. We got it last week. I assembled it yesterday, well, she did. I helped her, and I painted it today. So that's one thing. I figured since I'm here right now, you know what? Like I said, I'm trying to get things done before I go into surgery. And I figured, I've done this video. Let me just say, I've done this video about 3-4 times already. And every time that I've done it, I kind of get pissed off and stressed out about it. So I haven't put it up at all. And in the last video that you saw was about me. I don't remember what it was about. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys what I went through. I was supposed to go to MD Anderson, right? And everything was set. February 2nd, I was supposed to go do registration, go do some lab work at MD Anderson, and that was gonna be it. February the 3rd was gonna be when I was gonna go meet the doctor that's gonna perform a surgery, right? And then February 6th, they were gonna go do a CT scan. Today's video is about the changes, and again, with the insurance. Let me just tell you guys, I make these videos because I'm trying to show you guys what I'm going through during this process of having cancer. And if I can help somebody out, you know, more power to you. Then learn from my mistakes or learn from what I'm going through. Put this on because it's cold out here. So I was scheduled to go do that for about a week and a half. I think I was already scheduled to go do that. And here comes February the 1st. And I get a phone call from MD Anderson. Oh man. Thinking that it was something good, right? So I get a call from MD Anderson, and the lady tells me that my insurance company won't approve me getting the CT scan done at MD Anderson. And also, they had moved my CT scan from February the 6th to February the 2nd, so I can get everything done before the 3rd, before I was going to go see the doctor. So they call me, and she calls me and tells me on February the 1st that my insurance company didn't approve it. They want me to go back to Kelsey to go do a CT scan. Here we go again, right? So I said, okay, tell me what I gotta do. Let's see if we can fix this. Being that tomorrow is when I'm supposed to go see a doctor and I want this shit done. So she referred me over. I thought the referral was already done, put in with Kelsey, but it had to be done through my doctor and everything else. So I quickly contacted the radiology department and spoke to someone there. told her what's going on, told her that I need to see by doing a CT scan. And of course, she didn't have a referral. So I had to call my doctor to put in the referral. But during this process, I asked her how long it's going to take for the CT scan to be put in and when will I be going in. So she told me it's going to take maybe a couple of days for me to get the CT scan done. Now, this is where it kind of, kind of get stressed out, kind of get pissed off at the same time, because she tells me that it's going to take a couple of days, right? And it's like negative. It's not going to happen in a couple of days. That's going to happen tomorrow, which is on the 2nd. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care what needs to happen. My part, whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to play these games with insurance company back and forth. I'm done with that shit. It's going to happen tomorrow. And then on top of that, I also called back MD Anderson and I told him I'm trying to get this scheduled the way the insurance company wants. But if it doesn't happen in time where I get it done tomorrow, don't cancel my appointment for MD Anderson, the CT scan. It's going to happen there. I don't give a shit. What happens, I'm going to get it done tomorrow. I'll file with the insurance company later. And that's how it's going to be. Okay, so that went on, right? And I talked to my doctor's nurse. She put in the referral. Tried to do it ASAP. And, back and forth trying to call people, to get this going. Finally, they called me back at about 3:50. I get a phone call from someone at the radiology department. Good news, right? So here's what happened. In order for me to go do a CT scan, I need to go in there and do blood work first. They wanted to do the CT scan before you have blood work done. Not a problem. So she was on the phone telling me that they could probably put me in, see if they could put me in the next day. Fine, that's what I want next day, which is the 2nd. So while this was going on, it was already about 4 o'clock. I was already on my way to go get my blood work done at Kelsey. And so she has me on hold trying to see if they can schedule me in for tomorrow, which is the 2nd, for the CT scan. I said, okay. That's when she came back and tells me, hey, you need to go do lab work, blood work, before you get that done. I said, I'm already ahead of you. I'm already on my way to Kelsey right now to get it done. So this is 4 o'clock, right? And then she said, well, hold on, let me make sure that they're still open before you go over there, and then there's nobody there, you can't do it for you, this and that. I said, no, they're still open. It only takes me about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get there anyway. So while I was on hold with her, I'm driving to Kelsey, I was trying to go get my lab work done. She comes back on the phone and she said, oh yeah, you're good. They're there till 6 o'clock. I said, I'm already driving to Kelsey. I'm getting it done today. And tomorrow, schedule me for the CT scan. So when push comes to shove, you better push. I'm just letting you know. If anything I've learned during this whole ordeal now is the insurance company, they're going to do what they can. Of course, they want to save money, and I understand that. But you know what? It's like I've been paying for insurance all these years. And now I have this. You already did one hiccup with a surgery, and now you're doing another one and doing little bits and pieces of it to try to put little walls so I can't climb over. That's not going to happen anymore. I'm not going to take that anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you is you got to push. You've got to. This is your health. This is my health. And I got to the point where I'm sick and tired that the insurance company is putting up walls for me that I can't climb. So I'm fed up with it. And I was able to do my CT scan the next day. I actually went to MD Anderson at 8 o'clock in the morning, did the registration. I did my lab work, which I did it twice because I don't want to know, hey, we don't have lab work, we don't have this, we don't have that. I didn't want anything to happen. I don't want anything at this point to stop me from trying to go forward with my surgery. So I did lab work with Kelsey on the 1st, and I did the next day it was MD Anderson again. took more blood. I don't care. Get it done. And then after that, I went from MD Anderson to Kelsey to go do my CT scan. Got that done. And that was an ordeal in itself, man. That was pretty crazy. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, right? Anyway, I got it done. I'm good now. I want to go see the doctor on the 3rd. And by the way, I gotta say, man, MD Anderson, so far, they really got their shit together, man. That hospital, they got their shit together. And I'm thinking now, I should have just gone there in the first place instead of playing around, you know, because I'm thinking I'm going to the doctor getting referred and everything's, you know, they supposed to be going the way it's supposed to be. But again, it's your health. Make sure you ask questions, and I ask a lot of questions when I'm at the doctors and everything else. So, nevertheless, that's what happened with that right there. And now I am scheduled to go and have surgery on the 22nd with MD Anderson. So I met up with the doctor on the 3rd, and we went over everything. And this doctor was, man, I couldn't believe it. I met up with his nurse. She took my vitals and all that good stuff and my weight and everything else, and took my information, medicines that I'm taking and everything else. You know, normal routine. And then I met up with another doctor that came in to talk to me about my history and what's going on. And I explained to her what was going on as far as when it started happening, how long it's been happening, what the symptoms I had, and what's going on now, and so on and so on. She walked out and then waited about another 10-15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, like, the doctor came in, his assistant came in, the other doctor came in, and it was like 3 or 4 people in there with me. And it's like they're asking me all kinds of questions and everything, and I'm answering here and there. But it was good, you know. The doctor sat down, he drew a picture of my esophagus and my stomach, where my tumor is at, and why. You know, like he said, most people think that, you know, we can just cut out that area where it's got the tumor and be done with it, close it up and everything else. But being that it has, I don't know if maybe I can draw a quick picture here, but the esophagus is here, the stomach is like this, he was saying. And I don't know that you can tell that right there. So anyway, the tumor, he said, is right around here, where it's close to my esophagus, right on there. And he said that they can't just cut around it and then try to close it up because of where it's at. And not only that, but he said that I have like some polyps around also. I don't know if you can see right there. There you go, right there. So he said the best thing to do is just to cut the whole stomach out. Of course, do a bypass, you know, with small intestine, I guess. And then what he's telling me is that he gave me a chart, man, of every day that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in the hospital for about maybe 5 days. They're going to put a tube in me, which is going to be a feeding tube. And what they're going to do is, of course, I'm going to have this liquid food that they're going to put through the tube right here, and then they're gonna give me some ice chips, and then they're gonna try and work it out to where this is a tube and this is me eating. So they're gonna be giving me food, and they're gonna try to reduce it to where I kind of balance out, and then I start coming up this way, where this is where I'm eating food, solid food, and this is less of the liquid food. So it gets like this. He said I'm gonna have that tube for about maybe 4 to 6 weeks. And then they take it out. He said that it's pretty quick when they take it out, and it's kind of where it comes out the hole, it kind of seals itself in a couple of hours, and then you're good to go. And then after that, just monitor everything. And of course, after 6 months, you know, you have, being a cancer patient, you have to start getting yourself tested every 6 months. You know, that's a given. He did mention also too that I'm going to have to be taking B12. He was saying about B12 shots once a month, and I don't know how that's going to work out, but he said it's going to be a life-changing experience for me. Of course, I already know that. I'm going to have to be He said I could still, I'm still gonna probably eating the foods that I like to eat and all that, but I'm gonna have to be eating like a bird, smaller portions, and make sure everything gets chewed up and stuff like that, whatever. So all that what I already knew is just, he just reiterated all that to me, but he actually went pretty much into detail about a whole bunch of things. So I mean, this doctor was pretty on point with everything, and he understood where I was coming from as far as my insurance and the issues I was having. That I was supposed to have surgery on the 19th and didn't happen, but he assured me that, you know what, he put me up for the 25th, and he reassured me that it's going to get done. One way or another, it's going to get done. And if something happens that he can't do it because of insurance or anything like that, he's got other doctor friends that he can, you know, send me to them. And he's pretty much like, you know, it's going to get done. We're going to take care of this. It's got to be done already, so we're going to take care of it. Real cool doctor, man. And if there's anything I can say about MD Anderson is so far, it's like they're really taking care of the patient. I mean, it's just starting from the registration office where I met up with a lady, and when you go in, they give you, if you have a mask, you take that one off and they give you a mask, which is a pretty damn good mask. I'm letting you know, it's a good mask. And you go in there, everybody's very helpful. They just, it seems like this hospital, man, they knocking it out of the park. They're doing a whole lot of good stuff, man. And so far, I'm very pleased with them. So that's the plan right now. And I'm just waiting for the day, you know. I'm ready for this. I'm not ready for it, like ready to deal with what's coming afterwards, but I'm ready to get the surgery done so I can get all this stuff out of me, being that it's from the 19th that I was supposed to have this done, and I did my chemo already, and so on and so on. And you know, that's what kind of bothers me, kind of worries me, because I still have it in me. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna have this shit done pretty soon, on the 22nd, and after that, we'll see how it goes. I know it's going to be a lot of more things that I want to do, as far as letting you guys know the process of what I'm going through. But for now, that's it. I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, after I know that I started off, and like I said, I did like 3 or 4 videos of trying to explain the process of me getting turned down from the CT scan and everything else. And believe me, I was cursing and pissed off and crap like that, and I just felt like, you know what, after all that, you know, I need to stay positive. So I had to kind of bite my words, because, you know, sometimes when you argue with someone and both people are yelling back and forth and arguing and everything, you don't get anywhere. So it's better just to walk away and leave it alone and come back and recuperate, you know, regroup, if you want to put it that way, and then talk about shit. So I had to kind of do that to myself, because I know that it's going to be some ups and downs, and I know that it's not always going to probably go the way it's supposed to go. I already know that, being what happened with the surgery. So I still want to stay positive, and I'm here to let you know that no matter what, you know, still live life, continue doing what you're doing. I'm still trying to stay active. And even though there's some bumps in the road, you just have to slow down, ride over them, and keep on going. And that's what I'm doing. So again, I know it kind of pisses you off because of, you know, of the walls that are being put up. But I stepped back, I took a breather, and now I'm here telling you guys about it, that it's okay. It's going to happen. It's just the way it is. The main thing is that I got shit done, and it happened the next day. Like I said, it was going to happen, which I'm going to tell you right now is you have to be firm when you talk to these people. And, you know, poor lady, man, when I talked to that lady in the radiology department, I didn't curse at her. I don't think I was that rude to her, but it was, she could feel and she could understand that I was stressed out and I was pissed off. As soon as she told me a couple of days, the first thing I told her was negative. That's not gonna happen in a couple of days. And after that, it was downhill for her, because I just let her have it. I didn't curse at her, but I let her have it, and I was firm about it, and I wasn't taking no for an answer. And in the end, when I explained to her what was going on and my surgery and everything else, she totally understood, and I apologized to her. I told her I'm not trying to be rude or harsh on you. You know, I know it came down hard, but you know, I'm just stressed out and I'm just pissed off because of this was going on. So she totally understood, and like I said, I really did. I apologized to her. I didn't curse at her. I really did apologize to her because it's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not her fault that I'm having a bad day and going through this shit. So you gotta be positive, man. You just have to. Shit's gonna happen, man. But anyway, that's it, guys, for right now. Let me finish up. Well, actually, I'm already finished, and I'll probably put the video up on this later on. I'm just trying to stay busy right now because after this, it's like I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, and another thing too, we found out yesterday that we have a little hole in the roof, so now we gotta deal with that tomorrow. Call the insurance company again. Insurance company. Remember, stay firm with insurance companies, man. That's why you pay your money. You pay for the insurance. When they tell you no, you fight back. Fight back. That's all I gotta tell you. All right, that's it. So let me see, how long was this video? Ooh, 21 minutes. All right, well. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Stay positive. Live life no matter what. I'm living an example of that. I don't let this shit get me down. I don't let it slow me down. Sometimes it does, you know, but I still try to keep up, and I still try to do things that I need to do, stay active. So that's the thing too. The doctor told me, he said, hey, make sure you stay active, make sure you're walking, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, all that, still keep doing it. So you guys be safe out there, and we'll see you the next one. Woo, that was a long one.